So, what I wanted to do today was I'm in Black Dragon. Just doing a quick intro. 44-year-old older millennial, I guess. I don't know where I fall on that spectrum. I guess uh, I grew up offline all of my life. Half of my life is offline without the internet. So I thought I'd come up today just to, you know, react a little bit to some TikTok videos about modern dating and how complicated it is or isn't, or just to actually get some feedback and reaction of what I'm seeing on social media, since this is how people are kind of documenting their lives or video diaries or misadventures or something like that. So um, if you're on TikTok or on Patreon, I'm streaming on those platforms as well. But uh, right now I'm on YouTube. I'm using StreamYard, and I'm sharing my screen for YouTube, so you can actually see the videos that I'm playing. But I have my speaker, I believe, through my little Bluetooth speaker, so you should be able to at least hear the video that I'm playing as we're going through this. So a couple of topics I wrote down just to so I can keep a mental track of it was the on the dating notes. It was the subject, topic of one, men not approaching. Um, I know there's uh, I mean, I'm familiar. I'm obviously familiar with men not approaching. I'm one of them, right? This wasn't always the case. This is a societal change that people will have to that people are not really responding to well. So I want to go over that. And then dating in 2024, 2025. I just put modern dating in 2020X because, it's not going to matter. These years go by so fast, 24, 25, 26. So I wanted to kind of cover a range of 2020 dating, right? Dating over the years of 2020. So um, I wanted to look that up and see what some people commented on or said about that. And then dating requirements. I wanted to go over some videos of what people are talking about on this topic of dating environments, dating requirements. I'm sorry, and the bring to the table argument, not argument, but the discussion. There are a few videos on that. I think that's probably maybe a bit outdated now. It was a big argument back in like 2022, 23, 20, four, about what men and women both bring to the table in a relationship. And then green flags. I wanted to see if there were any videos with the topic of green flags, because we overuse the term red flags all the time to describe something that we don't like or don't want to tolerate, or a telltale sign of being in fear or walking or running away from a person that we might want to get to know, simply because they said something or did something um, that triggers us. So I wanted to see if I can go through these topics on TikTok, and then go through maybe a few videos and maybe give my little spiel on what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing. Only because, and I say this not as a dating coach. I say this not as a dating expert. I say this not as a profession, not as any type of certified or esteemed collegial professional. I say this just as a dude who has been through marriage, been through divorce, been through some relationships, been through the hookup culture, been through the club culture. Um, Grew up as a teenager offline, grew up as a child offline, and now has been at the other side in age and in this technological revolution of people trying to communicate and trying to connect, and having listening to the environment of people having difficulties trying to do that. So the most basics of things when it comes to two people just trying to connect, we're having a hard struggle just trying to do that. So I thought I'd at least, contribute just a little bit to the universe of social media and try and present some maybe solutions or some feedback. I don't want to offer way too much harsh criticism on either men or women or how they perceive things because, to be honest, you just didn't grow up in the era that I grew up in. I mean, all you understand is online. You've never lived life without the internet, and that's not a criticism. It's just the way it is. So I have to approach this keeping that in mind, only because you missed out on the era in which approaching strangers was society's biggest norm. Um, you were at the comic store, asking some random dude, "Hey, did the new whatever comic come in? Do you know about it?" Da, 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 da. You're standing in the movie theater line, waiting to buy tickets, having a discussion over what movie was or wasn't good with complete and total strangers. You're at the arcade playing video games versus a person or random person asks, "Hey man, you mind if I like play and join you?" And you're like, "Yeah, sure, go ahead." Like all of these like random interactions without social media and without posting anything, like all of these were on the daily. So we've gotten to a point where we're hyper connected to the technology, but we're disconnected from each other. So I wanted to kind of just see if I could offer some kind of objective analysis and then maybe find or think of a solution or something like that. I mean, I guess what I'm trying to be is constructive and constructive. Constructive. Let's be constructive and maybe find a way forward. I mean, um, I've been on. I'm not. But just before we get started, I wanted to let everyone know that I'm not. Even though I'm a software engineer, even though I've been doing this for 14 years, I've been recently on TikTok for about maybe 2 or 3 months. Or I've been on Instagram for about 2 or 3 months. So I'm not exactly up on all of the features and how the algorithms work and things like that. I've been on YouTube for over 17 years. So I know I'm familiar with YouTube. I'm more of a YouTuber. But when it comes to TikTok and Patreon, I'm a real kind of newbie. So you'll have to forgive me, but I don't know all the features and all the buttons and all the capabilities that all of these apps may or may not have. So I'm only kind of flying by the seat of my pants. So I hope you guys are able to hear videos well that I play. Of course, they're going to be short. Um, and I guess just comment and maybe offer up your opinions on it. Could be right, could be wrong. I take criticism very well, so I don't mind that. But let me see what we got here. The first thing was, let's see, men. Um, men not approaching. So, like I said, the videos I'm about to play, I'm on YouTube, so I'm sharing my screen on YouTube so we can all kind of see them here. But on these other platforms, like my mobile, for TikTok and Patreon, it won't be able to kind of show you anything. You're just seeing me at a microphone right now. But anyway, let's see what pops up and kind of see the first kind of result. I'm looking at the top results. So I mean, maybe you can follow along if you're on TikTok. I just put men on approaching, and then there's a top results. And I'm going to the second one that I found interesting that says send this to a man. So let's dig a little bit.
I just want to talk about the men approaching women thing. If you are a man and you are watching this, you have to be not afraid to be rejected, That's part of the game. That's part of being a man. You have to be okay with being rejected. You can't be a beta. You can't be a pussy. You have to go up to women and be fine if she says no. That's it. And it's not a reflection on you. She's just not into you if she says no. But go up to women. If you see a cute girl at the gym, like there's ways you can go up to women that aren't creepy. Like you can be like, hey, do you need a spot? Like say something about their form or just like say hi. Just say hi. It's so easy. If a girl's looking at you at a bar, go up to her. She wants you. If you see a cute girl at a bar, go up to her. You don't even have to buy her a drink. Just say hi. Compliment something about what she's wearing. Compliment like her hair, anything. It's not that hard. It's very easy. You just have to be not scared of getting rejected is the thing. That is part of being a man. So what? You want us to go up to you so the girls have to not be scared to get rejected? That's what it's come to? No. As a man, you're the one that has to put yourself out there and be okay getting rejected. That's the risk that you take by being a man. So man up, everyone. Pull up your pants, find your man card, okay? Because I think you lost it, and go up to a girl this weekend. I just want to talk.
Okay, I hope everyone heard that loud and clear. Um, so I mean, I'll be a man. Yeah, we know what being a man is, right? Like men know what being a man is, right? That it's not a book you read. It's just the body that you're growing up in, and uh, all of our lives we have you know been we know what rejection is, what it looks like, and how it feels. So it's not a very good feeling, and it's not a feeling that you seek, that anyone looks to seek out. Like, why would you actively put your time and effort into seeking rejection? Um, I mean, it doesn't really make sense in that regard. Now, as a man, like growing up as a teenager, back in my era, um, rejection was a muscle. It was a social muscle that you had to build, a callus that you had to build in order to keep pursuing women that you found attractive or women that you liked or women that you wanted to date. But women back then and girls back then were a lot more. They were a lot more gentle, and they were a lot more respectful, and they were a lot more kind with rejection. I'll give you an example from my era. I can explain a lot of things in modern dating in my era through the show Saved by the Bell. So, Saved by the Bell, hopefully, everyone knows and understands what that show is and what it's about. But everyone kind of found themselves within that series of Saved by the Bell only because they can relate to one of the characters or the situation or the type of relationship that you had, or what you would willing to do in order to woo a woman or court a woman and go steady with her. So, I mean, within Saved by the Bell, rejection looks harsh when Lisa Turtle rejects Screech, and that type of humiliation has been going on in that dynamic for years, season after season, year after year, attempt after attempt, and nobody wants to be Screech Powers or Samuel Powers as a character of pursuing just the same woman and getting rejected over and over again, or going up to random women and such as Screech does, um, and getting rejected outright. That's not really the pleasurable experience that men are looking to pursue. We're looking to either be AC Slater or Zach Morris, meaning we're able to look presentable, be presentable, and know how to talk to women in order to start dating them and start winning them over. So, um, part, I mean, it's about being the man that you want to be rather than being the man she would like you to be. Like being yourself. When we say be yourself, the issue is not a lot of people know who you really are because people tend to prejudge you based off of either the clothes you wear or how you approach or how you present yourself one day after the next, rather than take the time to get to know someone and then be attracted to the person that they are rather than the shell exterior of how they may present or may not present themselves. So, um, I mean, it's very easy to tell the other gender to, hey, you need to approach me while I sit here and do nothing. So, I don't think it's going to work either way. But we've been hearing from social media for a while a lot of these videos of women stating with one united voice that we don't want men to approach us, and we're afraid of men, and we're afraid of what they're going to do to us, some random stranger, some random guy. We've also been hearing the argument of women preferring to be trapped in the woods with a bear rather than a man. And what I find weird about the preference of being like trapped in the woods and picking the bear over the man is that the man is gonna most likely want to date you and most likely want to protect you, most likely want to get on your good side, most likely want to sleep with you, most likely want to have children with you, most likely want to impress you. So it's kind of weird how you would pick, you want a bear over a man when a man like kind of would find you attractive and kind of would, be chivalrous over a bear that, is more likely to rough you up or even kill you. So what we're experiencing now is just this like overwhelming fear of one another in the wild. Like outside your house is where you're going to find your next relationship. It's not going to be on any digital platform, hardly. I mean, we still need, there are a lot of biological things we need, and one of those things is chemistry. And chemistry is only something you can feel when you're interacting with someone in person. So I know that was a long rant. Let me get to the next video and go from there. Let's just see.
In Australia, men just don't approach you. You're not just safe. You're super mega giga safe. You're good. So I'm waiting for my Slavic man in Australia now. Preferably with Australian passport.
It's an Australian one, so let's try this one.
This one's for the guys. Do you guys like not shoot your shot with women in person anymore? Because I did go on this date with this guy that I met with on Circa, and he was great. He was, good looking, had a good job. Like we had really good conversation. But he literally told me that he wouldn't have the confidence to go up to me if we were at a bar, which I don't really understand because he is a good looking guy. Like I don't understand why he wouldn't have the confidence to do so. So is this like a universal thing? Do men just not approach women as much anymore? This one's for the guys.
Yeah, I mean it's a universal thing. It's not just a, it's not just a social media trend. They're like social media has contributed so much toxicity to the modern dating pool. It's not even funny. One of the things that I notice is that people are posting all of their real experiences and interpreting them and twisting them up in the wrong way and saying that this creeped me out or this interaction I had with somebody was worth posting, and it's really not. I mean, unless it's something that's illegal or somebody hit my car or someone assaulted me. I mean, just a random person saying hello to you or trying to make a pass at you isn't really worth a social media post. So I just think that we're just in this environment of oversharing everything, and nobody wants their business in front of the whole world just because they decided to take a risk and talk to a complete stranger and try and get to know them. So let's see.